Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL Code S today. I am Tasteless. With me as Artosis. Are you ready?
I am so excited, actually so excited, Tasteless. I cannot wait.
It's going to be so sick.
If I was hosting this game, I'd press go right now, and everyone would be like, what's going on? And they'd probably make us restart, but I'd give it a try.
We got only two best of fives today. We have, first up, I'm Nestea against Choya Foyu as Zerg versus Protoss, and then we have I'm MVP against Sagisu, Trickster, Tester. It's got a million different IDs. Terran versus Protoss.
Yes.
I think it's going to be pretty wild. I don't know who's going to win in either of these. I'd say our second matchup is probably going to be a little bit harder to say than our first. But even then, Choya Foyu, who's got a unique playstyle, I'm Nestea, could be in trouble.
He could indeed.
Yeah.
It's a hard matchup right now for Zergs. They're having a hard time with it. We'll have to see. But Nestea, I think he's the best Zerg pretty much in the world.
Yeah.
Between he and Hydra and Fruit Dealer and maybe a couple others. I think he outclasses. I think that one's kind of predictable, but we'll see. It could be interesting.
You never know. ZVP is still not the easiest for Zerg against the Protoss.
I'm sorry. Look how smoky it is, actually.
I know. Look, I think the building's actually on fire. I noticed that behind us.
Would someone please call the fire department?
We won't stop casting these games, though, even if the building does burn down. All right, let's take a look at the results from the Code S round of 8 qualifiers.
I'm MVP. OGS Nada, Marine King, Prime.we, and Liquid Jinro make up 4 Terrans. Then we have 2 Protoss with TSL Sakisu and Choya Foyu. And then we have 2 Zergs with I'm Nestea and EG Hydra.
And, of course, Code S round of 8 day 1 matches will be I'm Nestea against Choya Foyu. I'm MVP against TSL Trickster, who we will refer to as Soki Su.
Yeah.
His ID, that is the most common one, at least easiest one for us to cast, until he changes his ID again in Season 5.
And then a couple days from now, you're going to see EG Hydra against Liquid Jinro and Marine King Prime.we against OGS Nada. Pretty exciting stuff, Tasteless.
Pretty epic stuff, man. Of course, EG Hydra and Liquid Jinro are 2 non-Koreans, 1 American, 1 Swedish.
That's right.
So, this
which is which, Tasteless?
Well, I do believe that the EG Hydra one is the American.
That's
if
true.
If my knowledge is correct.
That is true.
By the process of elimination, make the other one the Swedish guy.
He's not from Sweden. He's from Europe.
He's from Europe. He's from the country Europe. We're Americans, and we're quite ignorant. So, I'm really pumped to see how these games are going to turn out. We've seen
the entire round of 8 is actually very, very exciting.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to every single match here.
Well, all the players now are so good. It's been stunning to see the difference between Code A and Code S.
Yeah.
Code A, the games are good, but nowhere near comparable to
Code S has actually become quite epic. There was recently a poll on TeamLiquid.net. Everyone pretty much voted Code S, the 4th GSL, has been by far the best, and I agree. We've had amazing, amazing games thus far, and there are just going to be better and better games as we move further through the tournament.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't disagree with anybody who feels that way either. Look, ZVP, this is a matchup where Zergs have been having a harder time trying to secure their initial expansion as well as their second expansion, third base. And Choya Foyu knows that, so he's going to be doing a lot to try to get in his way, to try to slow him down.
Yeah.
But, of course, this is I'm Nestea, the champion of Season 2.
Yeah.
If there's anybody who's going to give Choya a hard time, it's going to be him.
That is very true, Tasteless. And I can't wait till we actually get into the map pool as well. I'd love to discuss that and why I think it really ends up helping out Nestea. I'm excited to see, though, will Choya show some more depth, basically, to his Protoss versus Zerg? If you recall, Tasteless, in the last season, when he was playing Czech specifically, he was basically doing the easiest build order in the entire world to do, which is the 1 gas for Warp Gate rush.
Yeah.
That actually, I could teach John to do that right now, and he could get Diamond League with it quite easily if he only had PVZs. But hopefully Choya will bring us some, more macro-based, some harder builds, something a little bit more interesting.
He's going to have some more diversity in his play. Choya is somebody who doesn't seem to want to play standard, no matter what. Even if he looks like he's going for a macro game, he'll macro hardcore off of 2 bases, not taking a third. For instance, as he's done against Jinro in previous games. And PVT, and just try to break them that way. So
Yeah.
I'm Nestea is going to be prepared for anything and everything.
That's quite
I'm
true.
Nestea is a very, I think, consistent player. He's very standard. We haven't really, unlike Fruit Dealer, for instance, who at times is all over the place.
Yeah, that's quite true. And, I've been saying it for a while. I really have believed since Season 2, Nestea is a better Zerg than Fruit Dealer. Fruit Dealer is quite amazing, but as you said, he's kind of all over the place. Nestea is as solid as they come.
Yeah.
His results back that up, and they continue to do so. And, yeah.
All right, we're going to take a look at our players' intro videos. Throw those up for you guys, and then we'll go back to Tastes and Artosis talking a little bit more, and then we'll go into the game.
This sounds pretty perfect.
By the way, special thanks to Sony Ericsson, our sponsors. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. All right, let's watch this vid.
박하나 선수도
그러면 심시티가 오히려 지금 임준호 선수에게 도움이 되고 있는 상황.
할 수 있는
그렇습니다.
경기 시작합니다.
선수가 치게 되는데요.
네.
결정입니다. 자, 그냥 안정적으로 벙커 하나 치기다. 미안하다. 잡니다. 갑니다. 또 이영선.
Well, Tasteless.
Artosis.
Those were our two players. Those were their videos. And here he is, MJ Duck, a.k.a. I'm Nestea, a.k.a. Zergbong from StarCraft 1. And, he's great. He's just...
What's funny about this guy is so many people are criticizing him when he came over to StarCraft 2 saying, well, this guy was never anything big in StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
Why on earth wouldn't you try your luck at StarCraft 2? Why on earth wouldn't you just move on and get a different career?
Yeah.
And who's laughing now? He won $87,000 in Season 2.
Well, yeah.
Destroying basically everyone. I don't think he even lost the game until he got to the finals.
That's true, and he hasn't lost a game this season either, Tasteless. He got to the finals of a recent online tournament that had 7 Terrans in the top 8. Absolutely amazing player. You have to have respect for him. He's actually legit.
No, he's so legit.
He's not like abusing something. He doesn't have a certain style. He just plays the game as best as any Zerg in the world can.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And it's going to be tough for his opponent. Over here on the other side of the ring, we have Choya Foyu.
That's right. It's time to tag him in, Tasteless.
Choya Foyu, of course, has a very unique play style. He really likes to change the rhythm of the game, force you to play to his own beat.
Yeah, he's made gates inside people's bases. He's done crazy all-ins. He's done slightly less crazy two-base all-ins. The guy, he loves to attack Tasteless, very aggressive, kind of mirrors his StarCraft 1 pro gamer style. Used to be a Protoss on CJ Antis, very much known for that as well on CJ, being a very aggressive Protoss. So we're going to have to see what he has planned for Nestea. As you said, it's going to be hard for Nestea because he's going to be ready for everything. And the thing is, a Zerg can't really be ready for everything because if you're ready for every type of attack, then a macro game will crush you. So,
so you got to be able to read your opponent
you have
really
to read him
well.
Very well. But Nestea, as we've seen, is the best Zerg at reading any player in the world, bar none, no question.
Oh, no question about it. So, head-to-head here, we're going to bring our maps up on the screen. We have
Scrap Station, Lost Temple, Metalopolis, Jungle Basin, and Shakuras Plateau. Jungle Basin going to be a very hard map, but that's saved till 4th. That's a pretty good place for that. The first 3 maps are going to be okay. Those are going to be maps where Nestea's like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, I can do this. And the last map, Shakuras Plateau, that's actually a great map for this matchup. Most of the super epic Zerg vs. Protoss games that I've played and casted have been on that map. So I think that is actually a great lineup, and that's a perfect finishing map for this match.
Yeah. Take a look here. The maps they eliminated, Delta Quadrant and Blistering Sands.
Yeah, as a Protoss, Blistering Sands can be very annoying. You can't rely on Force Field nearly as much. An aggressive Zerg can be really successful on that map. And, of course, Delta Quadrant, that is a map that a Zerg never ever wants to play on for any reason.
It's true. We've seen our other Zerg players eliminating those maps. That map, rather. So, it's game time, Artosis. Our players have said that they're ready.
They have indeed.
I'm Nestea. Should be the one to move on here, but you never know.
Yeah, no, he's the better player. Even if choya 3-0s him with magnificent play, Nestea is the better player overall. We will see. Can he do it, though? Just because you're a better player does not mean you win, Tasteless.
The countdown's begun. So get ready for some PvZ action here on the map Scrap Station. It's a best of 5. The winner of this goes on to the final 4 and gets that much closer to tasting victory with Tasteless and Artosis. Tastosis, the casting Archon. This is the GSL. And our game has actually loaded. So,
yeah, we're in the game.
Yeah, we're actually in the game now.
Oh,
so
I'm looking at stuff.
I'm telling the truth, guys. Thought I could fill that in with enough words to wind it up, but I guess not.
There aren't enough words, Tasteless.
All right, probably going to start now. Over here in the red, we have our Zerg player named after a delicious drink. He is...
I am Nestea.
Oh, we got the girl voice back.
The girl voice is back. Ooh. Now in the blue, our Protoss player with a unique and aggressive style. He's unpredictable. Can Nestea take him on?
choya for you.
Just once I want to be thrown off by a third very strange voice. Choya for you. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Choya actually putting a pylon on low ground.
Yep. That's fine. I think what we'll probably see is either he'll try to block a Nexus, block a hatchery, or he could go Nexus first. It's such a long rush distance that it's pretty easy to go Nexus first on this map as long as you scout right after that pylon and realize that they aren't going for a super fast spawning pool. But instead, it's going to be a gateway. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that is.
I guess the question is, will he get a second gate? Will he get a forge? Will he get a Nexus?
Yeah, it's very questionable. I have to say, one gateway into Nexus certainly won't work.
No, it would not work at all.
He is getting a gas, so he's definitely going to tick up. Interesting that he put this on the low ground. May just be using that for its wall-in capabilities. As long as, you make some sentries and or stalkers, you should be able to hold anything off there on the low ground.
Note he's planted a pylon here at his opponent's expansion.
Got to slow down that hatchery.
And that'll slow it down tremendously.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if he's going to... Well, I really don't know what to expect from Choya. This is a very... as we predicted, he's an unorthodox player.
Yeah.
He's certainly doing something unorthodox right now.
He is indeed. It's hard to say. In fact, Choya has already gotten his second gas, so he's not going to do a build that, he did a lot in the last season, which is the one gas warp gate rush.
Do you think it's possible he's going to do a 2-gas warp gate rush?
Oh, that's definitely a possibility.
Because of the way he's walling it in down here.
Definitely
and then, of course, if that fails, then he can at least switch back into getting an expansion.
Yeah, that's the good thing about walling in like this on this map, Tasteless. Whether you warp gate rush or not, obviously the threat's going to be there, but you're tight on a wall in, and you can expand very quickly with it. So, in fact, we might even see, a variation of the 3 warp gate expand. It might be a 1 or 2 warp gate expand because he does have that wall protecting his expansion for now.
The Lings are moving out now, and the question is Nestea going to be prepared to defend what looks like it could be a warp gate rush? We're not 100% sure that's what he's going to do. It could be the case, though.
Well, he did get a single stalker. Now, oftentimes, I often tell people, if you see a stalker being made, then that is probably meaning a warp gate rush. But in fact, I like this build. I was just going to say, there are some other things a stalker can mean. For instance, it could be used just to keep these Lings away. Also, if you're going to go for a quick Stargate, you're going to want a Stalker first instead of a Sentry, because a Sentry simply costs too much gas and delays it too long, and the Stalker will take out any Overlords trying to find out your tech. You never want your Stargate to be known before you show your Stargate units. So, Choya, so far, his build is pretty solid. Doing all the right things, Tasteless.
Yeah, I got to say, Choya's looking quite strong. Let's see, he's going to get a Void Ray here.
Thought for sure it would be Phoenix's, but that's fine as well.
So, for the time being, we know that our Zerg, Nestea, is going to get Void Ray Rush. Now, if you screw up during a Void Ray Rush, you can get really, really, really behind.
Yeah.
But we've also seen passive play Void Ray openings where they simply get one Void Ray and then expand.
Yeah. And
it
that
looks
could be
like
very good as well.
I believe that's what we're actually going to see in this game.
Yeah, we definitely could. You know, a single Void Ray basically stops any Roach attacks. It just kills Roaches so badly, forces your opponent into Hydras. And in fact, he's just going to show it and kill off that Overlord. And Tasteless, he's going to follow this up with, as we see on the production tab, a 4 Warp Gate Rush. So Choya is going to all in here.
Oh, that is sexy. Making it look so much as if he's going to do a Void Ray expand build.
Yeah.
Now he's making a Phoenix with that.
Here is the thing. This is actually looking like it may work out quite well, Tasteless, because already Nestea has made some Spore Crawlers. He's got that Evolution Chamber up, so he's a little bit scared. Playing the defense. There it is. Of course, that's going to help out when he attacks through that area, but still, that's a huge mineral sink, excuse me, for Nestea.
Note there are rocks at both players' expansions, so when he's gearing up for the rush, he's actually going to get a fifth gateway, by the way.
Yeah,
guys.
this is an extremely all-in by Choya.
This is actually when he's probably cutting probes. Heavily cutting
I can't
probes.
believe how many probes he did make for how all-in he is. But
I know.
You know, he's going to need that many to actually support these 5 Warp Gates. It's going to be heavily Sentry Zealot with this attack. 5 Warp Gates, you can't really make too many Stalkers unless you just want to be silly about having too many Warp Gates.
I can't emphasize enough how brilliant the strategy is. I don't know if Nestea's going to survive this.
It's hard to say, Tasteless. Very, very hard to say.
I think actually few Zergs.
In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say he's not going to because he's making Hydralisk Den as well as getting that +1 ranged attack, so he's actually teching up way too much, and it looks like Choya is going to be able to just roll him right over. Nestea with very few units right now. He has 1 Zergling against all of this. That's one Zergling normally won't hold that off, no matter how good your micro is.
Oh no!
Yeah, Nestea gonna definitely be dead. No possibility of living through this. There are some Roaches and Zerglings popping out, but as you see, Choya taking almost no damage.
Really nice job here. That should be it.
Certainly
More
should
Stalkers
be.
move in here. Void Ray taken out.
But Nestea's being pretty baller, Tasteless. He's holding on, but again, the Stalkers just being warped in to counter the Roaches. It's a beautiful thing about a Warp Gate Rush. If you see a lot of Lings, you warp in more Zealots. If you see a lot of Roaches, you warp in more Stalkers.
He's not really paying attention to what the Phoenix is doing. Phoenix could get picked off here. Is Nestea actually going to hold this off?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he's holding on very well, but the Stalkers can simply out-micro the Roaches at this point.
That is a good point.
You know, his +1 range attack.
5 Warp Gate Rush and not 4, which I had forgotten about for a second.
The Zealots just tanking some of the Roach hits so the Stalkers have more time to kill. Nestea doing a great job of holding it off so far. But the thing is, this is diminishing returns on his Roaches and Zerglings. The Stalker count really hasn't been damaged very much.
Morlings are pouring down now. Roaches engaging.
And
One Stalker goes down.
Might he hold this?
I don't know.
Oh, that would be pretty crazy, Tasteless.
Well, he's done such a good job with the small number of Roaches, keeping them alive and just getting out just enough Zerglings to hold off initial
attack. He's actually
attack.
got a ton of Zerglings about to pop out. His economy is not all that great right now. Not as many drones as you would like, but Nestea, so surprising that when this attack came, he had 1 Zergling, and yet he may live through it. He's even got the +1 ranged attack, which is like hilarious to actually see against a 1-base Protoss at this point.
Very tense moment here. Remember, if Choya doesn't win with this attack, the game is effectively done.
And very nice Zergling surround there, allowing the Roaches to get some additional damage on, but still, I mean, this is so many Stalkers, and even though they're damaged at this point, these things just aren't dying, Tasteless.
All right, here come more Roaches. And there are more Lings on the way. Gets
lot
that
of red
sentry.
stalkers.
2 red stalkers in the front.
He's got to be careful about that. Should be rotating hurt stalkers to the back so that he has more damage overall.
Another stalker goes down. I don't know, man. I think he might actually hold this.
It's looking more
This
and
is
more like
actually
it.
insane.
In fact, Roach speed is finally on the way. If he ever were to get up to Roach speed, he'd be able to hold this quite easily. But more Zerglings, more Roaches being made. Choya trying so hard, microing his little heart out to try to stop these Roaches from killing all his units. A ton of speedlings being made right now. I think that actually he's going to hold this somehow. Nestea. Hey, this guy is actually too good at this game.
I cannot believe this. Oh my God. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way that Nestea should have survived that.
Wow.
Damn.
Well,
whoa.
That is actually unbelievable that he held that. Really, I mean, I play Zerg and I play Protoss now. And I'm telling you, that is unbelievable that he held that. That was a great job by Nestea. He didn't even cancel his +1 ranged attack. He even let it finish, which is absolutely crazy. Normally you'll cancel all your upgrades during an attack like that. Nestea truly showing. I said before the match, and some people are like, well, who are you to decide this? That Nestea is 100 times better than Choya. Like, even if Choya were to win, Nestea is the better player. But Nestea just showed us, he's like, how much do you think I'm the better player? A lot.
You know what's funny? Choya's strategy is basically one that's engineered to only beat somebody who is very, very good.
Yeah.
Who understands the game so well, because just as we saw and we thought, he's going to get 1 Void Ray and then expand. He even had a probe there to make it look like he was going to make that Nexus. Did he even make it and cancel it?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it looked like he was going to expand.
Yeah.
To then chase that out.
It definitely looked like an expansion build.
Nestea's responding in such a way where it's, basically saying, okay, well then, if he's going to expand, I need to work on my own economy.
Maybe
then to do the most
drones
aggressive all-in you could see. Phoenix,
when he got
Void
there,
Ray, and 5 Warp Gates.
There were like 4 Stalkers, a few Sentries, some Zealots, a Void Ray, and a Phoenix against a Spore Crawler and a Zergling.
It's true, man.
Nestea held on.
It's actually a little crazy.
No problem, Bob. Nestea.
You know where I think the turning point was for Choya was when he lost the Void Ray and the Phoenix. He suddenly stopped microing them. You could see, I mean, we both thought it too. Oh, he's basically dead. And then...
Well, losing the Void Ray turned out to be huge because eventually he did kill off some Queenage. Well, there's no Queenage there, man.
Some Queenage.
Void Raying becomes the thing to do.
Well, one thing also is that once the Void Ray was killed, the Protoss could go Ling Roach.
Yeah,
and
that's quite true.
actually keep the Queens back there to larva inject.
In fact, Choya, while he was winning, might have been better off to make another Void Ray. Hard to say. They take a while to make. But anyways.
The countdown's begun. Get ready for our next game. It's going to be on Lost Temple. Let's see if Choya can come back.